We all know that the tricep makes up 2/3 of your arm, comprising of the lateral head, long head, and medial head. Now, despite knowing this, you still have small looking arms. And I know what you're probably wondering, who the hell is this guy? Why should I listen to him?
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
My arms make my head look small. And I'm not just saying it, like, my head doesn't look like it fits my body. Rule number 2, this is what my triceps and arms used to look like. Whereas now, do I really need to be the one to tell you what the difference is? Now, without wasting time, we're gonna get into the exercise. Exercise number 1, tricep push downs. Whether this is using a straight bar or, as I like to use, 2 ropes. Now, the reason I do this is so that I can really contract my muscles and use the full range of motion. As you can see in this clip, my arms aren't going the full range of motion. This is because using 1 rope doesn't allow you to fully extend your arms in their natural position. So you take 2 ropes, you attach it to the clip, and you fully extend your arms in a natural position. I'm gonna be honest, this exercise is going to humble you. You're not gonna be able to lift the same weight that you were using with 1 rope, with less range of motion, or just a straight bar in general. Which, although I think is a good idea because you're allowed way more tension on your muscles when you are lifting, I just still prefer to use 2 ropes. Or on the other hand, you could use both cables at the same time, or you can do it 1 arm at a time and have your elbows around 30 degrees from the body and just pull the cable across. Either way, it's up to you. Personally, I change it up just depending on if I want to use up 2 ropes in the gym if it's busy, or can I use both of the cables at once, or is someone using it? And just to save time, I'll either do one or the other. I think the best way to train your triceps is to include exercises that have your shoulder in different positions. That way you can hit all heads of the tricep. The first 2 years of me training, I used to compound set my tricep push downs with overhead tricep extensions. I don't really say if that was the thing that made my triceps blow up over time, but I will say it did force me to train to failure, and I basically just repped out overhead tricep extensions until my arms just couldn't extend anymore. Compound presses are going to involve the lateral and medial head over the long head of the tricep a lot more. So you don't necessarily have to target them any extra, but we're here to get bigger arms, so we're gonna target them anyway. Exercise number 2 is kind of 2 exercises at the same time. I used to do skull crushers. I started off with an easy bar because that's just what I was used to, that's what I saw online. Then I started using dumbbells purely just because it just felt a lot nicer on my elbows and I didn't feel constricted to having to keep that really fixed position that you have to do with a straight bar. Recently, I've been doing something called a JM press on the Smith machine, and you've probably seen it about on TikTok and other places. There's 2 reasons I prefer this. The first one is I don't really have to worry about my shoulder stability in terms of when I do skull crushers, my arms are behind my back. I have to worry about whether I keep my shoulder in place so I don't end up pulling it over or going out to the side. But with a JM press, I don't need to worry about that. It's essentially a mix between a close grip bench and a skull crusher. And because the stability is out of the window, because you're on a Smith machine, you can then focus on using a lot more weight. Now, with an easy bar skull crusher, I would say I was doing like 30, maybe 35 kilograms. The first time I did a JM press, I did 50, and now it's more like 60, maybe 70 on a good day. And the stretch you feel in your tricep as you bring that bar down, it's going to feel insane. Now I'm gonna throw it in here because I feel like it could be a potential alternative to a skull crusher. I will give an honorable mention to dips. I don't think you can go wrong with dips. I'm still not picking it as my third, and I'll tell you why. Like I said, you wanna have your shoulders put in different positions in order to target the different heads of the triceps more effectively. Now we've done down your side and behind you. We've done up in front of you. So the only thing that's left is behind your head. If you watched any of my old videos, I used to just specifically do arm days. Now in those arm days, it was heavy volume, not enough intensity, but heavy volume to make up for it. Now, you could either do single arm overhead tricep extensions or overhead tricep extensions with 2 arms, katana extensions. Not only because the name sounds cool and I like katanas, that's besides the point. The extended and shortened position, you're still allowing load on the tricep. There's still nothing wrong with doing dumbbells. It's completely up to you and your choice. At the end of the day, you make your workouts. It's your split, you're doing the exercises. But in my preference, it just feels better. Key thing with these is setting it up. You're gonna want the cable to be in line with your upper arm as you're extending. So it can be a bit fiddly. Although the biomechanics say with your arm in the overhead position, it's going to target the long head of the triceps. Now I know there's been studies and EMG results that don't necessarily say that the long head is specifically targeted in this position. However, for a long time, that's just what everyone did. Is just do it anyway to make sure I'm hitting all heads of the tricep in all different positions. And that's pretty much why I've based all of the exercises that I've picked and that I've put into my split based on that. Take my word for it. These exercises are going to help you grow your triceps and get you to achieve the arm size that you want. I say this as I say in all of my videos. Go to failure.